Hi there, I'm Michelle Green from The Business of Baking, and welcome to your weekly dose of Business Awesome. Now, this thing happens more often than we care to admit, but less often than we think it does, and that's customers complaining. And some people want to know, what do I do if a customer complains? I think for me there's two scenarios here. There's the customer complaining where it's justified, and the customer complaining where it's not justified. When it's justified, I mean, you genuinely screwed up, right? You provided chocolate when they ordered vanilla, or you forgot the event was on altogether, or you've done something wrong. And in that case, where the customer has complained and you've done the wrong thing, then I do think you have an obligation to fix it if you've got time to fix it. So that might mean rebaking or repiping or whatever. And if you can't fix it, then yes, you've got to actually find some way to make up for the fact that you messed up. Now, sometimes customers complain and they don't want any compensation. They're just kind of like, I'm just letting you know that cake was a little bit dry. They're not asking you for a refund. They're not saying chuck a bunch of money at me. They're just sort of giving you feedback. So it's important to differentiate between when you're getting feedback that requires action and feedback that doesn't require action. And in that case, I think you fix the problem, and if you can't fix the problem, then yes, you need to come up with a way that you're comfortable with compensating them, and it's not always money. Now, let's say they've complained and it's not justified. They're your bitchy neighbor, they're some ex-girlfriend with a vendetta, I don't know what they are. They're just people who like to cause trouble because the internet and the world are full of people who like to cause trouble for no actual reason. So if that's the case, the best that you can do there is basically go into damage control. So if they're leaving you 1-star reviews, you need to professionally and swiftly respond to those 1-star reviews. If you see that they're slandering you all over the place, then maybe it's time to contact a lawyer and get them to create a cease and desist letter for you. But basically, I think it's a matter of always, instead of kind of falling into a giant heap on the floor when we get bad feedback, taking the time to stop and breathe and professionally respond to that feedback in a way that's appropriate given the action of the other person. Not everyone who complains or gives you negative feedback means that they're saying, please refund me every single dollar. And not every complaint that we get is as damaging as we think it is. It's often a good opportunity for you to actually show how you behave under pressure and in an unfortunate situation. And after all is said and done, crack out the wine and the box of Oreos or whatever you need to make you feel better, because we all know that negative feedback, whether intentional or not, doesn't feel too good. So solve the problem as a business owner and then maybe make yourself feel a little bit better about it. I hope you found this week's dose of Business Awesome useful. If you did, please like and share it with your friends, and feel free to leave a comment or a question below, as I'm always happy to help. For more tips and training, pop over to thebizofbaking.com and sign up for my newsletter. See you next week.